What is up, everyone? This is going to be my Viego jungle video, and I'm going to go over everything you need to know on how to play Viego jungle. So on the new patch, Viego jungle is one of the best junglers on the patch. His builds are very strong. Your options are generally to rush Kraken Slayer into Triforce or to just go straight into Triforce. This game, we're going to go straight into Triforce. I think that's an easier build if you want an easier one. It's to go Triforce into potentially Sunder's Sky. And, Serix DD with Sen. Typical Viego jungle builds. For pathing, full clear is generally your goal early game. So in this game, I see the enemy balling is very immobile. So I think pathing bot side with, a Varus Soraka would be good. Also, when I look at top side, I see Aatrox versus Mundo. I don't really think punishing Mundo is going to get me that much. Also don't think Aatrox is someone who's really about dominating early game. So top is just a farm lane. We have the blue jungle item. And so for Viego, it's really important to understand is whenever you hit someone with a spell, it applies your Q passive, which pretty much gives you like a double strike hit. So you always want to utilize that. With your W, you always want to W and try to get the auto attack, then hit your next Q and auto attack, right? So every time you're going to notice that little ghost thing is pretty much the double strike charged up. So here with W, you can either go for a full charge on your W for stunning people, or when you're jungling, just use it instantly for an auto attack reset. So here, you can always just use it as an auto attack reset, which is really nice when you're farming because you're just trying to farm fast. This clear is so healthy anyways. You don't really need to kind of do anything. So here you always want to Q, move in a bit, then W, insta-cast, and just kind of keep farming. So he has no mana, he has no resources, so you can literally just spam all your spells. Very new champion, so obviously he has no weaknesses at all. You can either go E here if you're planning on anything early game. This game I'm against Vi, I'm thinking, okay, there's probably nothing going on. So I'm probably just going to keep my Q. You can charge your W as you're moving towards camps, but it's just kind of up to you how you want to utilize that. Here, I'm just going to W to kind of use the mini dash part of it and then move between camps. Yeah, W has a mini dash if you use it fast. If you charge it, it has a longer range and also stuns for longer. So in ganks, you kind of want to use it for a longer cast time, but when you're farming, it's just not as important to do that. So here I'm just going to Q it and just start my next camp. W, auto attack reset. It's going to be really important utilizing your E. Viego is a really full clear jungle heavy champion, and then finding angles with your E, your camouflage on walls, it's going to be very important. And there are ways to utilize it that I'm going to show you later in this video. So here I'm pathing bot. There's no gank, right? But it is a crab angle. And when you have priority like this, it should be your crab. This is my crab. So don't give up this crab for nothing. So here I'm just going to do the crab and I'm going to push it towards the lane that's winning, which is my bot lane, just to feel extra safe. I could try a gank bot side. It is a possibility because of how they're trying to push this wave out. So here I know this is warded. So how do we play around a ward? You always want to think about, sometimes even if it's warded, it doesn't matter all that much because bot laners like to fight and it may turn into a very big scrap. So this potential is just beautiful for us. I like what's going on. And I'm here mostly as backup and also possibly to recover and dive and kill the Senna. So I'm just waiting to see how they push this wave in. If we want to dive or not, it's definitely a possibility. With how low death timers are, it's actually very easy for me to just kind of swing around. Instead of having maybe a flash, I can just go for a play here. And now I can just take this ghost part. Just kind of zone Ashe as much as possible from the wave, right? This wave is very, it's important for Ashe to get this wave. And I don't want Ashe to get any of this farm, right? Ashe's life is misery. And I'm just going to leave now as we were. So pretty much I denied this almost in this entire wave. I don't care if I hit W. I'm not going to kill her because Senna's pretty much already here. But this is just really making the enemy bot lane hate their life. And it's just how much creeps and experience she lost. Varus is almost double her CS this early on. You're probably like, Inori, what about your jungle farm? I could lose some jungle camps, but in my opinion, plays like that are very, very good for you. So here you can go into this or this. Personally, I prefer the phage component plus like a dagger or something like that. Here I see her on my camp, so it's good information that I know she went for my jungle. And it's fine if she takes my jungle, it's not a big deal because there's always options for you as a jungler to take their jungle. With the bot lane priority, once my bot lane bases and goes bot, for example, the way you see it right now, it's going to give us priority, it's going to give us a lot of power. and a lot of options to make plays. So here I'm watching to see this guy's just taking mid wave. Wants a bit of priority there, but not really going to work out in her favor. So here my E is still left. Usually you want to use it every now and then to kind of move between bases. But here I want to continue playing bot side. This game is just one example of we're just going to play bot side hard and not allow them any kind of win con here. So here I'm going to go and check dragon now. This should be our dragon for sure. Whether I gank balling or whatever I do, it should be our dragon. And the enemy balling should not be able to walk up here. How much priority we created bot side by our Varus being so much stronger, we're just not going to allow them to get this dragon. So I start dragon right away. League is really about objectives, especially in jungle meta. It's really about objectives. You want to make sure you get your objectives. Vi, she's playing more towards farm right now. We'll see how exactly that works. Now she's actually able to kind of get that gank off. Unfortunately, Varus was somehow in a very awkward spot. I'm able to kind of maneuver out in this situation. I do need to cross. So what we're going to do is actually cross. We're able to get the dragon. And honestly, this situation is going to be really good for me because the crab is actually spawned here. Plus the grubs are in a grub angle. We're just going to utilize that and take the grubbies right after. I'm going to put a ward here to keep, you know, really good vision on my area. I'm going to start the void grubs as I did. So Leo was able to move. Mid should have priority now. And whenever I say that priority, it's just really important to play around control. And you're just going to notice that a lot of times it's all about that. Talia might R me here. But what I have here is actually, I have my R2. So I'm able to turn that. Able to play that beautifully. I'm gonna try to smite this. Absolutely beautiful. And we're able to get the reset. Our reset, very broken ability. You always want to utilize those reset components. So here my base is okay, but it's not great. And I have my jungle reset. I do not need crew. I'm a cannibal. I'm a carnivore. I want meat. I want champions. Here I'm just going to farm for at least one side of your jungle. A good rule I have for people who struggle a lot is just farm at least one side of your jungle. An important thing about Viego E is actually to remember you can hit the wall, but if you hit the wall, enemy champions can see that and know where you are. So you always want to try not to hit the wall when you're jungling early game, just so the enemy team doesn't know exactly where you are. So here I'm going to just W farm. Just kind of play around my reset here. I'm pretty close to Triforce, but I don't see myself emerging with the Triforce base right now. Most likely I'm just going to farm and get the components. So here I'm going to get this component. Actually, it's better to just go for the Sheen and double sword in this situation. When you're leaving base, always E one of the walls. So here in the situation, I'm going to E this wall. If you're going this way, E this wall and just ride the wave of the wall. Bowling's fighting again. And I'm really strong now. If Vi is here, if anyone's here, I do want to fight. But also my ganks aren't really that strong by themselves. I do rely relatively on CC. The Senna is kind of trolling. Preferably not using spells would be ideal here. Always possess them after 6 because at any point you can press R to remove it. Plus if I possess, I can just be a bit faster with Senna. Just giving you the R reset is always really important. R over walls, remember, is really good. You know, whenever you're playing League, just know the champion's full mechanics and how they all affect you. So understanding all of Viego's mechanics is just good to know. His R makes him unstoppable. So if Vi ulties me, I can press R. And you'll maybe buffer the duration so I'm not going to be CC'd. And just use my unstoppability to my favor. So here is a situation where, okay, I'm going to clear my other side because I already cleared one side. Now I need to be bot side here to help with the play. They were playing a bit too aggressive too quickly, and I don't have E up now. So what we're gonna do is wait for Vi reset and then fight. Could be a ward here, could be a bait. Hard to say. Either way, I need to wait a bit longer. Dragon's 25, I do want to play for that. So what we're going to do is use our E to see all the Vi's camp situation. Most likely we're just going to play for Dragon here. If Vi ulties Syndra, we could maybe kill. But I'm quite low. But I do need to see if she's coming for Dragon or not. Base tracking her. I don't have my spells up. Her Q might be down here. She's going to a jungle camp. I just want the Dragon so far. Because I'm low, I don't have ulti. I'm actually vulnerable. Varus trolling a bit. Just getting the Dragon down here would be a win. I'm just gonna E early just to see if they run away. Looks like Vi is just farming right now. Very good for us. She went top side. Very, very good for us. Syndra should just kill by pushing the wave in. I just want to hit W. I just have to hit W. I don't even have to. Reset tower. Make sure it's not on it. Could potentially kill with my flash, but it's probably not worth it. Damn, I really need Syndra to walk up a bit. That was so close though. Actually, I should have waited a bit longer. If Syndra walked up past the wave there, we easily would have killed. Missing W, I guess I did have to hit W, but it's okay. So here I need to know which boots I want. Armor boots or MR. This game, they have a lot of CC. If you don't know what boots to buy, just buy your tunneler. Very, very good component. This game we are able to get 3 grubs, 2 dragons. Super good early game. Objective wise, we're very happy with that. And from there, I'm just going to keep farming to make sure I play around my jungle camps and my power in the Triforce item. Vi is pretty much going to go the same item as me. She probably goes Triforce into Cleaver. And I'm really not as tanky as you would think, but I am very bursty. This does not look like a good angle to go on. I do want to pick someone off. Straka moving here. Very great Senna player. I might get arrowed here, so I have to leave. Ashe might be around here. Might be a kill. Damn, so close. We were able to get the Ashe, but I'll burst it down. They do have a lot of CC, but we run into this situation where they have a lot of auto attack base champions as well with Vi, Ashe, and Senna. So most likely in situations like this, you go for the armor boots because they just have more physical and auto base damage. And Vi crowd control, I really cannot do much about it. So I just focus on what I can do, which is just, tank some physical damage. Game's going pretty well though. I just want to keep playing around dragon stacking. Our team mid is strong, bot lane is strong, top is weak. Mundo doesn't really matter though. But also really important is just farm. I have to keep farming. That was a bit of a not farm phase. And if you end up in situations where you're not farming a lot of times, it just hurts your game a lot. So you don't want to do that. You do not want to be in these phases of not farming for too many times in a row. With all the jungle camps up, I do want to farm. I just want to make sure I can farm. Talia's moving red. But I have topside jungle. Even though in this situation, I do want to play with my Syndra, right? Because it just makes a lot of sense. My Syndra's strong. But the problem is my jungle camps aren't bot side. And then bot side camps are easily protected by Senna and Ashe. So we just have to avoid that. So remember, Q max into E max. Very, very straightforward. So what I'm going to do is just do the red. Maybe not the Krugs. I might try to snipe the Herald while the enemy team is distracted by Dragon. We'll have to see about that. Then it might be a bit risky though. I think it might be a bit too risky. Having red, I feel really strong now. So I think it might be very easy for us to play around here. I'm pretty much all the defense for our team. We need Varus here to one-shot. Otherwise, it's not a good play. So was ping your team about Dragon, because Dragon is actually very important, especially for a team that is losing topside very hard. We want to make sure we play around the Dragon objective. The enemy team is playing towards the other objective. Here, I don't think I have to do Dragon yet. I think Talia might roam. She might go this way, so I'm just going to try to pick her off as she crosses. Pretty much what I did there is actually called, like we were talking about earlier, buffering the CC. And that's just what we always want to do when we can, is just buffer the crowd control. So Talia W can't knock you up if you press R. You just have to time it well. Very good play, very good pick. You just have to understand how players want to move, right? Talia wants to go mid because she has to defend mid and help her team. She doesn't know where Viego is. Just because you can see where I am doesn't mean the enemy team can see what exactly is going on. They think it's all dark where I am, which is really good. That's why even earlier we were talking about being in the position earlier. Like Dragon was 1 minute away, but I was very much willing to be there early just because I want to have a good position. And I also want to clear vision, right? Vision, the higher you go, the more important the vision game becomes. So it's just important when it comes to vision, it's just to be there earlier, especially when you're dragon stacking, right? Like if I had no dragons, you just have to be more aware of like your win condition. Our team is just very much, we are a dragon stacking team right now. We're in good position. We have, if I'm the only strong one, then it's gonna be hard to stack dragon, but we have a strong mid and me, which you can always play around to win fights, stuff like that. And Aatrox, whatever situation is going on with Aatrox, you know, that's his problem, his life, not my life. 1 in 4, rushes Serelda's. I don't know. Seems a bit weird. Seems a bit odd, I'm gonna be honest. This champion builds HP, not armor, so why do you need armor pen? It would have been better off just going into a Blade of the Rune King. Actually, 10 times better if you just went Blade of the Rune King. But most Aatrox would probably go Eclipsed or Propane here. But besides the point, we don't care about him because our win condition, the game is in our control, right? If I lose this game, I'm not going to be like, we lost because of Aatrox. We 100% are not going to lose because of Aatrox, even if he keeps running it down. If we lose this game, it's because of me, because I'm in a position to carry and I feel the load of the responsibility.
A few moments later.
Very frustrating game. The early game was very nice, but it didn't turn out the way we wanted to turn out. I don't know if I'll flip this, but I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, good luck on the game. And good luck on the class.